What's going on, people? The mic is simultaneously too loud and too quiet. I have no idea what that means. Okay. Let's start setting up a thing. We're gonna make this level reasonable. Okay. Let's make this a nicer color. Why? I don't know. Because that's not a nicer color. Actually, just delete that. Okay. So I have at least two gameplay bugs that I want to try and hit. Actually, one of them is water-based. Let's go to our water. So, we want to do a duplicate of the thinger. So the deal is, oh, no, because I want to be able to walk up to it. The deal is, it's complicated to set up. The deal is we want to go here, we want to kick a lily pad into a river. It's going this way, let's say. Like that. Okay. We're going to put it, there's my lily pad there. We're going to put it there. Then we need our beamer beam. This is so much setup. We need our beamer beam here. It needs to be a double beam. And then this guy needs to be on the ground. This guy needs to not be there. Let's get rid of that. Oops. We need a zapper. Zapper. Okay. That's things. All right, that's things. So, oh, and let's set up the camera better. And we got to put something under that gem. Now, wait, what? Did I not make the camera? Okay. So this is a duplication, if I didn't screw it up, of something that happens in one of the levels, and it doesn't totally work. So like, if I do this, yeah, see, as soon as I try to zap that thing, it tries to move me to the next square, and I think I know why. The drowning not working was weird. I think I know why, but we have to make this, whoops, not happen in some way. And honestly, a top-down view would be better. It like moves me instantly, which is weird. I don't even have to zap, like there's no time. All right, we're gonna see this way more on top because that'll just be better. But like as soon as I go into the square, it pops me out. So it's doing that because, for gameplay purposes, we have various mechanisms. In fact, I don't even need the zapper, honestly. Like I get no time. Like it pops me out of there instantly. Question is why. And then also there's this weird undo that happens. So we're just going to need to look at this. So if I go way too early, then I just fall because there's no lily pad there. But as long as the lily pad has started moving into the square, then first we complete that transaction early, which is fine. But then we do we issue another one immediately. And that is wrong. And like, why do we put an undo there? That's effed up as well. Yeah, so something about, there's some code that says, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a breakpoint in move lilies, I guess. Because I don't know why that next transaction is even started. So here we've already done the previous move. Actually, by the time we get to, oh God, this is so slow. You can't see it because you can't see it, but I'm going to the debugger. I'll probably have to share this separately or something. OBS is messed up and can't capture on this machine because it's a computer in the year 2020. But I jump, Oh, it didn't jump. All right. So move lilies has now happened for that square. And I'm just going to put a breakpoint. I'm going to jump. I'll let time go forward. Whoa, we didn't call move lilies. So the teleport was for a different reason. That's actually not what I expected. Okay. So we're just going to see who adds that teleport. Whoops, I got my breakpoint. We're just going to see who adds that teleport move. All right, so I'm going to go to move transaction. I'm breaking an add move, and I'm going to go stone my, that's the skipping stone. What is going on? Ugh, okay, no, this is bad. Hold on. Hold on. We have to control some of our stuff. We need a place for the stone to land so it's not moving anymore. All right, that'll cut it down. There was like attempted falling moves happening because when you're standing in a double beam, it checks that. All right, so the stone is no longer skipping. All right, I'm going to go into add move. Dude's going to go. Okay, that's a move, fine. We added 2 moves for some reason. Or no, wait, this is weird. Let's just... Okay, so my teleport is going. Okay, I did have some number of frames. Before we did this. So let's make sure this move info, it should be a teleport that moves us 2 squares to the south. Teleport 2 squares. Okay. I guess I'll add Visual Studio so you guys can see this. This is such a pain in the butt. Of course, it never sizes it to the screen correctly because this is a computer in the year 2020. All right. So, why are we here? We're here because we're in post-move reevaluate. We committed a transaction. Is this our guy move? What is this? Can't see all the flags. It's asking to create an undo point. That's one of our problems. But player initiated. Why is it? Oh no, this is okay. This is player initiated. Gotcha. Um, so we're in enact move. Right. Okay, so it's not the Lily move is the point though. It's the player transaction. It's got one move. That move is our teleport to the left, right? Let's see, move info. Delta is -2. So it is at the conclusion of this teleport. We're calling update supports, which makes sense. And I guess we're saying we are landing on I don't know. Let's see. What is it? Is this the Lily transaction? Probably. Is Lily transaction? Yes. So now what this is supposed to do is it's supposed to carry us with the Lily. Now the problem is the Lily isn't actually in our square yet. Or is it? Oh, no, because we committed that transaction early, right? So physically moved, right? Because when the way that we work it out, the way that we make things work when you arrive in a place where something's going to support you is, we did this big talk about this, is uh, we commit the actual gameplay transaction, but let the visuals continue as they are, right? So then what? We're obviously, okay, so we're adding a move, right? But that add move is, it's coming from add breadth first support moves. Okay, so add breadth first support moves should be making a thing called visual support, because it doesn't actually want to move us. But that is getting overridden by a teleport in some way. Uh, because it's probably calling the standard get move info. Yeah. Okay, let's just see. So this transaction is the Lily transaction, and then singles is my guy's transaction. So we're making this array of supported. This is like everyone. Wait, no, single, wait, hold on. What is my PC build specs? I don't know. Did I know that Huskers has 9K subscribers these days? That's good. He deserves it because he's really skilled. Like what was the thing that popped him off? Because every time I would go to his channel, he'd have like 100 viewers or something. What is a PC build spec? My PC is a piece of crap, just like every PC that you can buy today. Like it has a core nuggets of amazing, astonishingly good hardware, surrounded by 27 layers of crap. Oh, the new Call of Duty Warzone. Interesting, because he used to play Blackout all the time and just own at that, but I guess Warzone is a lot more popular. I don't know. Sadly, I'm 0 for 2 versus Huskers in Blackout, so uh, if only I had owned him harder. Do I bring a mouse when I travel? Yes, because trackpads are terrible. They didn't used to be terrible, but they've been made terrible in recent decades. So what are you going to do? Every time people complain about me deleting VODs, I will delete another VOD. No, I don't like the track nub that much either. I still have that on this laptop. I'm just not using it. Okay. Yeah, it's just I don't find it that controllable, but that might be because I've never used it hardly. Okay, so we're adding support moves. These support moves, okay, it's doing all this logic here where it's saying like, let's figure out what your move would be. And that's just not really. Okay, first approximation is that I'm not going to call this function, or I'm not going to add a move if the supporter has already moved, because we don't want to do this stuff if the supporter has already moved. This is a bug in the core. Someone was asking yesterday, seems like the movement system isn't that stable. You have to change it all the time. And I said, no, it is stable. It's gameplay stuff that we're changing all the time. This is not gameplay stuff exactly. This is more the core movement system and a problem with it. I don't think it's a huge problem. I need to name these things better. Anytime I'm confused, it means the variables need to get better. So this transaction, right, is, we said this is the Lily transaction, right? So that's containing the supporters, and then these singles here are not the lilies. These are the guys, right? Oh, maybe it is the what? This is the lilies. That's very weird that we're doing both of those, but it's probably because this is recursive in this way. Okay. This is weird though. We're saying, okay, I'm just going to say if we're just going to do this. This is going to not look that good all the time. But we're going to see. Wait, that was a thing called supporting transaction. What? I assumed, what line were we in? Move transaction 1593. Geez. Okay. This is a supporting transaction. I don't understand why we have a separate array of moves. This is confusing. Comment why we have a separate array of moves. Check in. Okay, so it's really it.transaction, which I should have known by looking later in the line. Okay, so it shouldn't happen now, but no, it still happens. What? This is always why you test your assumptions before you go writing a bunch of code based on those assumptions. Okay, actually, that was fine. The deal is, see, That was correct. I could now, because I did get pushed off, but it wasn't immediately, which means I could actually solve the puzzle now as long as I go fast. Once we have this working, then I can go do some more gameplay stuff to give you more time lenience, right? But yeah, there we go. See? Let me do this a little cleaner. So if I go zap, zap, I can actually solve it. Now the timing on that is tighter than I would like. Oh, whoops, I gotta get the zapper. And I also, there's something going on with the undos that I don't like. You just don't have a lot of time. So really what I should do, I should make a marker that goes there that says, don't put an undo if I'm in this frame. And, or if I'm in this square. I did it too late that time. And if I'm in this square, do a late Lily transaction. Let's do that. Let's get it working for gameplay as best as possible. So like I want to be able to undo and all that. All right, we're gonna make two markers. I haven't used markers in a long ass time. We're gonna make a marker. Let's show markers on the map. It just has this question mark mesh for some reason. Let me put it, where is it? Okay. So let's also, I want the camera to be even more overhead for this. Okay, so this marker is going to be a thing that says entity name, no undo. All right. So that's just, look, if you're standing there, there's no undo. And then this one is going to be called delay Lily physical move. We'll make it a different color so that, or can we? Nope, this is not tintable. Most things now are tintable. So we're just going to make things that look for those markers. This is like part of what you do when you start to really ship a game is, you know, sometimes just markup is helpful. Like in the long term, I could maybe do some code that scans for situations in which you want to delay the Lily physical move to give the player more time. We could definitely write that code for this, but it might go wrong, and we don't have a good picture of what all those cases are. So we're just going to, because we only have one place where we want to do this so far, we're just going to mark it up. And then if it becomes a more general thing, we can write a general handler. What's my favorite classic Star Trek movie? Star Trek II. Star Trek II is the good Star Trek movie. It might be nice for me to be in the lower right, but then I block all the code. Oh, right, you couldn't see me instantiate the markers. We'll see. I don't know. Put me in the upper left. That might be better. That blocks this other menu, but this one's probably less important in terms of, just going to do that. Okay, so these markers should not so far have any effect on what happens. We're just going to go zap, zap. I did it a little late. Like I zapped, but I guess I was already starting to teleport when I zapped, so go a little earlier and then I'm fine. So what we want to do is widen that window so I don't have to zap so fast. I want to be able to go there and pause for a second and zap. So in that square, we're going to delay the Lily physical move for as long as possible. And the way we're going to do that is with programming. Now, I guess we can only do this if you're there before it gets scheduled. Ugh. I mean, okay. So when we register this transaction for the lilies, we sort of tell the rest of the system, you know, where it's going to go, where all the lilies are going to be. And the problem is if you show up before that gets registered, we can look for the marker and say, oh, cool, he's in the marker. We're about to create this transaction. Instead of having the physical move time be halfway through the lily, we're going to make it be 0.95 of the way through. And so that gives you as long as possible to respond. However, if you teleport onto there a little late, we cannot do that. Except I could put another marker at the place that you jump off from because there's only one position you can jump off from. We'll try that approach. That might cause something bad to happen in the other direction, but hopefully not. And we can always get more specific about which lily move to delay. Anyway, we're just going to get it working first. Have I read my own Wikipedia page? No. Let's actually make this, let's put a parameter on there of how much to delay it. So we're going to say, that's the wrong one, this one. Delay Philly, let's call it alter, because you could actually make it earlier if you wanted. So we should have like a float parameter. We don't. We're going to add a float parameter to markers. Don't even have a version. That is how old these are. All right. How does that beam work? Well, when you move, you go 2 squares instead of 1. Teleports you 2 squares instead of you just walking 1 square. So like if I'm here, if I go out, boop, right? If I go to the right, boop, boop. If I go to the right, I can go over this thing, right? Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so We're going to edit this float parameter that we just added. And we're going to say 0.95. That is what we are setting it to. Okay. Now, here, I've got to remember how to do this. Where does the commit time get set? So we can call this and say set duration. Okay, so if we call set duration manually, then that's fine. So if, now we're just going to say active new fraction R Lily alteration, Lily timing, Lily physical move alteration is active. If that is the case, then do that. Okay. So this for manager by type marker, if it entity name is not equal to, what did we call it? Alter Lily something something. Come on, man. What did we call it? Alter Lily physical move. All right, easy enough. Continue, right? Okay. Otherwise, if this seems hacky to you, you don't want to know how many of these there are in the witness. There's like at least 100. I actually wonder, we might have an array of markers that are active every frame. Anyway, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. We can simplify this later. Oh, this returns bool float. Return true marker dot float. What was it called? Float parameter. Otherwise, return false 0. All right. When am I going to be canceled for using guide? Never, because it's very progressive. If you think about why, you'll realize. Okay. I don't think that actually worked. Now, the good news is it doesn't seem to be too messed up, but okay. So maybe we didn't set that correctly, or maybe um, maybe it's not like it's getting overridden in some way. So let's find out. Oh, that's actually not the problem. Oh no. That's why you do these things in a low effort way at first. See, I was doing all this. The problem is not the physical move time. That probably is working. The problem is, as soon as this transaction gets committed at all, we're going to move. So I mean, this kind of becomes an ugly hack. It becomes an even worse hack. So really what we need to do is say, look, if you're going to zap a gem and shut off the power, then if you're already teleporting, then don't. And even that is very, very questionable. Because like that, the teleport doesn't wait. Like you would have to make it a very delayed teleport. You know, I'm not going to worry about this right now. Um, it starts to get really ugly. So I'm going to take out what was done there, and you're just going to have to jump on early, I guess. And then because we still have to deal with the other part of this fallout. I mean, honestly, what we need to do before I do anything else, so I need to turn that off, and then we need to Benny test the other thing that I did. All right. So this is all BS. Retreat, retreat, retreat. It's making a 2D game a risky business. Making any indie game is a risky business. Doesn't matter. All risky. All right. So I want to make sure that that didn't break anything. Specifically, I am talking about, where even was it? It was here. Put the word confusing in the comment. I have a no check in there, actually. Okay, it was there. So we're going to need to comment that. But the thing that we're testing is just, is it okay to not call this if the thing physically moved? And I think it's okay. In fact, this might actually be fine, even visually. Oh, you couldn't see the editor window there. But anyway, there's always new levels, man. So we're just going to test this. And we're going to make sure that we don't have weird fails. And then if we don't have weird fails, I'm going to comment that and check it in. And then we'll do the undo thing. So what's going on, people? When is this game coming out? Tomorrow. For me. I will be able to play this game tomorrow. For you, I don't know. You know, this really isn't a good camera place. I think I'll be getting back to work on the programming language soon, yes. Yes, indeed. Would I ever make a multiplayer game? Already have. Made several. So that's a presumptuous question. Can I animate the camera placing, have it move around the edges of the screen so it does not discriminate against viewability? Um, yeah, as far as I know, OBS doesn't do that. You meant a new game. Well, I mean, I could make all sorts of games. I don't know. Like, come on, man. What's left to work on? Lots of things. There is a lot to do. Could I do a video about writing these kinds of tests? It just doesn't seem that interesting to me. Are there many people in the closed beta? Probably. How many is many? I travel with a second monitor? No. Monitor is not the most frustrating thing. The frustrating thing is how terrible laptops are. So I'd either have to bring a whole entire computer or not bother. Will there be a lot of problems with deploying the game to multiple platforms? Probably not. We'll see. Why do I say laptops are terrible? Because they're all cheap garbage. They're all manufactured to minimize price, even the so-called higher end gamer laptops. And they all make bad decisions. And yeah, I'd much rather have a laptop from 20 years ago just with a modern CPU and GPU in it than I would one of today's laptops for those reasons. Do I keep a notebook for game ideas? I sort of have one, but like it's not like have a ton of game ideas that I'm going to do someday. You know, like it just takes a long time to do a game. Like how many, if you wrote a thing a week in your notebook for game ideas, you would never do most of them. If you wrote a thing a month into your notebook of game ideas, you'd never do most of them. So it's not that useful. You're rocking a ThinkPad T440p. It's badass. I disagree. Unless you mean the really old T440p and not some new model that happens to have that number. Although the T400 series um, was still a little bit of a step down from like the T42s, T41, T42. Why not just keep using a laptop from 20 years ago? I'm sorry, but that's a stupid question because I can't make games on it. Because A, Windows won't run on it, modern Windows that people use, and B, you can't use any rendering APIs on it, and the GPU is tremendously slower. I mean, most questions are not stupid, but that one is stupid because you didn't even bother to think about it before asking, right? If you can't be bothered to think about the question, don't bother me with the question. Anyway, do I use a proper Mac or a Hackintosh? That's a very presumptuous question. What makes you think I use either of those things? Chat is weird today. I don't know what's going on. It's because I'm streaming at a different time than usual. I don't know what it is. So this magnitude's recording will probably fail now that I've changed. Yep, rip this recording. What are we even looking at? Well, we'll just wait. Hopefully it'll play itself out with a black screen. Oh, oh, this is the thing on, there's this weird bug where on per screen camera levels like this, when the player's dead, the camera kind of drifts. That might have been what was happening. Yeah, this playthrough is totally busted. Totally busted. Kind of funny though. Well, you can't see the game. Well, you don't want to see this one. It's not that interesting right now. It's just flailing around. with a low frame rate doing nothing. But eventually we will get to a new level. Need to make a thing where I can hit a key to just fail the transaction, but I don't, or fail the playthrough. But I do not have that right now. We're still on magnitudes. On the plus side, once we finish fixing this thing, then this level should finally record correctly in a reasonable way that won't break for a little bit. It's just annoying having to wait through a broken playthrough. There we go. Done. Having to wait through a broken playthrough that I think also probably had a lot more moves than it needed to have. Which for shorter levels, I don't totally care if they have more moves than they need. In fact, you want to test the undo and stuff. But for a really long level like that, it's like, you know, keep it to 10% extra or something. Otherwise, you know, otherwise it just gets long. It gets long. I did a whole YouTube stream about the transaction system. You can find a long explanation of it on the YouTubes. All right, while this is finishing, I'm gonna comment some things. It seems like I prefer to condense as much as possible. Then why do I have so many blank lines if I want to condense as much as possible? That doesn't make sense. Okay, why are we passing supporter moves separately? Because it's a subset. Singles is a subset of the single moves on T initial call, and then curves to be a separate argument, but these are the single moves on T, not on some other transaction. Right. Hey, Benny test finished. What do people think? How many successes do you think there were? Paste the answer. Are you ready to see? People are still guessing. There's some good guesses. 52 is not a good guess. 0 is not a good guess. It was 567. Someone said 566, which was very close. Okay, so I feel all right with that. We're just going to check this in. I'm going to say add some stuff to marker and fix a problem with teleporting onto a lily that would ride you out of the teleport beam. I'm glad that that didn't break any other tests because it really could have, honestly. Uh-oh, we have another no check-in. Wait. Okay, I commented it in the other place, so it's fine. All right. Now, let me deal with the undo situation because that is not ideal, let's say. Let's just agree let's just agree. Like if I go here, zap, get out, but then if I undo to that square, I don't have much time to rezap and respond. So we just don't want to do an undo. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to delete this one because we didn't end up making that a thing. But this marker called no undo, we will make a thing. All right. So undo end frame. Okay, trigger undo end frame. So maybe set this to false if a player in one of these transactions, if a guy in one of these transactions actually it should be any guy. If a guy is in no undo marker, we could limit this to guys in the completed transactions, but for now we're just going to make it be a global check for manager.byType.guy if it guy.guy, let's name it. Oh, for marker manager by type marker, okay. So if we get here, we say trigger undo end frame is false, break marker. Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, let's try it. Oh, that's not how that works anymore. Help chat be better. Only you can help yourself be better. I can't do anything about that. So I go here, it goes to zap, then we're going to go undo. There we go. So zap. That was too late. Zap. Undo. Great. Okay, so I can take one of these markers, put it on magnitudes. You guys can't see the game right now. We're on the game. All right, so I can put it in the right place, which is this one. Okay, that will make that more friendly for the people, hopefully. I will commit, I will say, add a no undo marker, place one on magnitudes. Bam. There are any YouTube videos about my approach to the Any Manager? I mean, I've given rants on it before. Like, again, though, like, Maybe if somebody ever digs up the link, I'll put it on some list of links. But like, unless you're making a really high-end game, you probably don't need to do anything for an entity manager that's really sophisticated, right? Like the thing that I call entity manager here is just a struct that's got some things on it, right? Like arrays of all the entities and whatever. Like it's not some rocket science system. The entity manager thing comes up a lot. I know because it's people's way of procrastinating from actually making a game, right? Or something like that. Because if you actually were making a game, you need entities on like day one. So you would do something and then it would be there. So if you're saying, what do I do for entities? You don't have a game like at all, right? Hmm. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to re-record magnitudes now with this as one way of, so I should actually play the level that this was meant for, right? Rather than just assuming it all works because I did it on a different level. So we're going to try it on the level it was meant for. Frame rate's going to be a little bit annoyingly low, but that's fine, hopefully. And I'm going to do it by re-recording the thing because we need to get the fails down to 0, but also because this is skin in the game, right? This is like I waste 10 minutes of playing the level if I didn't do it right. What do I think of Java? I don't. I really have no thoughts about Java. All right. So in theory, I guess I checked that off. There we go, release build. I have to transcribe these to a new page soon. All right. Here we go. Magnitudes. Oof. Something's going on with that floor. All right, we're recording. Whoops. Boy, the frame rate sure is low. That's just what we asked for, though. Yeah, the laptop really doesn't have a good time on this level, I'll tell you. Okay, so I need to turn this off. Ugh, getting 6 FPS. It's a combination of streaming and everything. Where's the thing? It's up there. Oops. At least the controls are good enough that, like, they're mostly okay right now, even though the game is very laggy. Some games, you know, the controls just fall apart. Okay, so I think now we go here. You guys see this? Yeah. I wonder how much of the slowdown is OBS window capture. Okay, so I want to go, actually, wait. How do I get in the beam? Why am I so confused about my own game? How do I get in the beam? Oh, these need to be over one, obviously. It's not that hard of a problem, bro. All right. Why is she? Okay. I think I want to change the direction that somebody's going. Whoops, don't go that way. Like the way that I was facing when I came up from that double beam, I can't say that I totally liked. Whoops. Go there, and then there. In 20 years, it's going to be a really amusing to see. Oh, shoot, I screwed it up. Guys, I screwed it up. Too long of a replay. Like, am I going to remember how to play this level? Maybe. All right, so we need that down there. We need that. We need that there. Then we need that. Then there. Then there. Okay. So we turn this off again. We now obviously have a place to align these. This level is dope, though, I have to say. I like it. It's one of my favorite things that I've designed ever. Okay, now we get to go whitewater rafting. So this is harder now because the turn comes like right. I don't know if I like that. because the lily rotates you, and so it's hard to be pre-rotated. I guess if I pre-aim the other way, zap. What are the benefits of creating a 3D engine from scratch for a software engineer? Well, uh, I mean, isn't that an obvious question? You can become a lot better at what you do. You can control the system completely. You understand the system completely, which means it's not going to have all these strange kind of bugs that plague modern, quote, modern, unquote software. How do I do this? Like, I wouldn't think this was that hard. Okay, I can go just in here, zap it, and then zap it. And we are here. And then I have to zap, clear this out. I mean, I don't really have to destroy all these, but you know, it's fun to do. And I forget, does this have to be, I think it's there, right? No. I guess it's on the right-hand side. Whoops. Right-hand side, let's find out. Oh, there's so much camera motion down here. We're getting jiggy with it. Okay, so we weren't supposed to push that to the wall, probably. I don't honestly remember where this was supposed to be, and the level ennicement made it, okay, that's not actually it. So I'm going 2 squares. If it was it, I should catch a beam coming down. Maybe it is. Uh-oh. So this is going to ruin my recording. It's going to make it way too long because I can't see the frickin' beam for some reason. I kind of know why, I guess. You should be able to, but I can't. Okay, so we hit it there. See, because if I'm standing here, I jump left. So the beam is right there. This is extra hard mode. All right. So now, ooh, our frame rate got magically faster for a second. Probably, I don't know, something happened. All right. So okay. So now the reason we have this sucker is to hot swap for the other dude. So we move that guy aside, say thank you, push this, and we push that. And bammo! This area is just a little bit glowy. It might have been the floor that was ruining FPS, maybe. Yeah, it could have been a shader. Like some of these shaders are just stupid expensive because they were just very experimental and they do all sorts of weird things that we probably don't need them to do. This one might be hard. Yeah, I don't quite like that that's a turn. We might have to edit these a little bit. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Can I do it? Yes. Of course, now that I'm making this big recording, I don't want to edit it, but okay, I don't even remember this one. Okay. I don't remember what to do here. So oh, that was wrong. Let's see. I think I might want to give people a little more time on that. Wait. Whoops. I don't remember how to do this, people. So I get off. I think it's this. But then I can't, I want to zap that north from there. Okay, there we go. It's always good when you can have a gaming stream on your own game, you know what I mean? Dink. Okay, we are now in the dungeony dungeon of doom. And can't really see anything. That's fine. See, if I get to this room, there's 3 dragons there who are going to toast me, and I have no recourse. So like I have to uh, do some things. I actually don't remember what to do here. I think I am already hosed from that. I have to get the gem forward. Whoops. To get the gem forward. And then now that I don't need to go backward anymore, I can put the dragon there. And then I can put these here. That will let me place the gem down there. Although, I don't remember if I want that beam lower. Okay, so that gives us that. So I can get there, and then we teleport over the 3rd dragon. And then this room, which I infamously screw up all the time. Like I think I just cast that guy away like he's garbage. No, don't do that. There. Push that guy down for a minute. Ugh, that's not what I wanted either. So we bring this guy up. See, the problem is, once I push that guy up there, he's a pain in the butt to get back. I know I can. Let's just say we're going to get him back. I don't know. This is the part that I always get stuck on. So basically what I'm trying to do now is I need to recover the gem and the crystal, or the projector and the gem. So to do that, I need to actually get these guys out of the room by shoving guys in over here. And there's just enough guys to do that with, sort of. But I kind of need this guy next is the problem. Okay. This guy I can get back at any time. I need to clear this room. If I push the goblin, he'll kill. So I need to do this. Zap. Zap. Okay, now we're good. So I do this. Actually, I'm not sure how good that is. Is 2 more dragons? Oh, I can't get the other. See, I've just made problems for myself. 2 more dragons is not enough because I need to push that gem from the left. So I need 2 dragons and the stone. Oh, I guess I can do this. Never mind. Zap. So then with the stone, I can get that rightward facing dragon. Now let's do this. I don't know. So once it's down here, the question is, can I get it off the wall? And the answer is Not really. If only I hadn't wasted that other dragon in the corner. All right, let's undo a bunch of things. So I can use this guy as a little shunter guy if I want to. Let's just cash in on this guy, get him out of there. We don't need so many. Okay, except the problem is, hmm, you know what? Last time I got stuck on this level, it was like I wasn't seeing something really easy. So it might be that. Let's just put that guy in the corner again. I'm gonna try a different strat here. Oh no, because dude, this game is hard. Okay, I do this, I do that. So I need to push, push, zap, push, push, push. See, I feel like I need to do this guy last is the problem. I'm just doing the same thing I did before. Just look up a walkthrough. Yeah, exactly. Just look up a walkthrough. Dude, I'm so close to done. There's got to be a much easier like move that I can do. Okay, you know what? Here's what I think about this. This dragon, after I've killed the goblins on the right, I can get this dragon. Oh no, no, I can't. He's gonna toast me coming through the passageway. I was gonna say I could get him back at any time, you know, like the smoker who says he could quit anytime, but sometimes it's not true. Okay, let me just get this guy back here. And now the problem is this is stuck until this guy, okay, this guy has to be like the last dragon through because otherwise he'll toast anybody I push in after him. Unless we push in the rock after, aka Dwayne Johnson. Guys, I'm making this playthrough take way longer than it should because I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm stupid. Guys, I was fine. Like 10 minutes ago, before I rewound everything, I was fine. I knew it. Every time this happens, it turns out that I'm just stupid. All right. So, rip. Okay. Um, we're going to do that. We're going to bring same thing I did. It was fine. Whoops. Don't get killed by the goblies. Do this. Push these guys off the wall. Okay. Now, however, well, I can do this. Okay. So I'm okay. So I can do this guy. I can do this guy. And then I just need to get that bottom guy. And the thing I should have done 10 minutes ago is just realize that I can do the following thing. I can zap this back, push it down one, zap it there. Wait, what was it? Maybe I'm not stupid. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking that I would do. I knew there was an easy thing to do here. I don't know why I'm so bad at this room. I made it. You would think I would remember. This playthrough is going to be dumb. So the question is, when I'm at this point, is it too late? Can I get this block back from over there? And the answer seems to be no. The answer seems to be, again, I should have saved that dragon on the bottom row. Right? If I push the block here, it ends up in this corner. If I go up and push it left, it ends up here, here, here. Whoops. I can slide it up and down, but I can't get it off the wall without something else to shove through, which a dragon would do for me. So let me just go back again. Okay, so I'm first entering the room. So this guy, I want to leave somewhere good. So I'm going to leave him here. I could even pop him back into the previous room later to have more room if I want to. Problem is, if I push him to the bottom row, I'll never get him back. Okay, this is very dicey because most of these dragons, if I push them, I lose. So here, I could do this. That seems very questionable. But I need to get down there somehow. Anyway, now that I'm down here, I can zap that guy back to this room. I can't get him yet because I'll get toasted, but I can get him later. Oh, except I won't be able to get him off the wall again. That's the problem. Don't do that. Okay. Um, see, now I have this problem that I can't get these two guys past each other. And I don't think that's solvable. I could push this guy this way, which seems like it'll make me very sad. But once I've done that, I could store, not exactly, but mm, it's kind of amazing how tight this room is. See, I think as soon as I've done this, it's GG's. Mm. Um, I'm pretty sure that what I was doing before was the right thing, like that would work. I do want to revise this room at some point because it's a little bit harder than it is interesting. Like it is interesting, but I have a hard time with it every single time I come play. Like I think I have to use this here. Like there is no other thing I can do. Okay. So now is sort of the real question of what to do. So I can use to get the block to get the dragon off the wall. Then the block is on the wall. That is sort of the issue. Let's try and deal with it though. Once again, okay, I'm pretty sure this is the right idea, is to use that block to get that dragon off the wall. Of course, now I don't remember. How am I supposed to get around the frickin' dragon? How did I do this before? Oh, no, right. I did it this way. Duh. I keep forgetting this part. So this part is fine. Let's actually leave this guy here for a minute. Okay, so like, I can also put this right-facing dragon in there. I just don't think that helps me at all. I need 3 more things in here. Well, after 2 more things, I can get the beam. Why am I so bad at my own video games? It does seem like I need the down-facing dragon, because then I'd be able to like, I could leave this block here, I could push that dragon into here, and like zap him through, sort of. I mean, yeah, I could have him sitting here, and then I could zap this block in there. Yeah, if I had that dragon, I could use him to bounce the wall. Why is my own game so hard? All right, so we're here. How do we keep the downward facing dragon? I mean, I could push him right here. Doesn't seem good. Seems very bad, in fact. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just need that block to wedge between these 3 dragons, and I don't see how to do it without pushing this guy against a... Oh, no, yes. Wait. Don't, I mean, I could do this, which seems bad, but maybe it's not. Because I can rescue this guy later, I guess. But the problem is now this guy can never go left because I need to push him left with a block. The block needs to be the right of him, which means it would be on the wall, which means I cannot be on the wall. Well, if you don't see the point of getting him there, then you haven't been following for the past half an hour as I get stuck once again on this level of mine that I am seemingly too dumb to deal with. Oops. Yeah, let's not do that. I was like, oh, I'll just push him down the hallway. Nope. Nope. This is starting to get really desperate here. That's not gonna be good. I don't know. You know what? This is fine though, because I don't want to save this recording at this point because it's too long. And I did note some playability stuff that would have made me want to redo the recordings anyway. And this room is a little too hard, I think. I mean, I have a hard time every single time. Although last time we did it, someone in chat saw what to do and I like wasn't seeing it. Fields focused on performance? I don't see hardly any programmers focused on performance. I don't know what you mean there. Making money fast, fast, fast. Sure, that's what a lot of people do. There's no secret. Fast in terms of pooping out software, I mean, not in terms of how fast it runs. Maybe go back to the VODs? If I have to go back to the VODs, it's maybe not that good of a puzzle. Come on. We'll see if the idea magically pops into my mind between now and the next time that I play. But we'll give it one more try before we give up. Whoops. Because we might as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure as soon as I push that guy to the right, it's a done deal. Whoops. Pretty sure, yeah. Wait a minute. There's an exploit in this level that I didn't think about. That's the problem with maybe not. Sort of like if I'm going to take for granted that that's not good. All right. Like I do feel so if I zap the goblin through right now, I kill the dragon, which I do not want. So I sort of do have to do this, even though those goblins are in principle useful. Okay. Wait. Am I being crazy about how much more I need? If I get one more, see, I was trying to get both. If I get one more, I get my orange block. And that'll probably help me. My orange beam. Um, I don't know why this is so hard for me, man. See, if I could get it here but be on the other side, that would be great. And then I could push it left, but I can't do that. I could get these guys off the wall on the bottom row, right? I could zap this guy through, and then I could zap him back in. But then the problem is now they're on the bottom row, which doesn't help me either. Okay. I don't understand how this would help me, but let's just try being cute, right? So we can obviously shift this guy around. We can get him off the wall again. Doesn't help us. Yeah, I swear I need this downward facing guy. This is not the thief. It is true. I swear I need the downward facing guy. See, the problem is even this far down, I can't ever get the downward facing guy back up, even once he is there. So he can't go any further south than that, which is rough, let me tell you. Because now I can't get the stone. This doesn't work. Nope. I don't know. I'm giving up for now. I know it's solvable. I know it's solvable. Okay. I've been trying to avoid pushing this guy here. But If we're saying we can get the rock off the wall with downward guy, we can get this guy off the wall with downward guy too. I always push the dragon down immediately without questioning the action. No, I don't. I think about it every time. Don't tell me what I question and what I don't question. God, you guys are so presumptuous. I've done several other things from that square besides push him down. Why are you saying this stuff? No, I'm playing my own level from a long time ago, and I forgot the solution, and every time I play it, I get stuck. Um, I do think it's probably a little bit more, this part of it is a little bit more hard than it is interesting, but I shouldn't react like that to single people in chat saying abrasive things because, I mean, that's the failure state of the internet, right? But I don't know what else to do aside from just banning people from chat. Like there needs to be some way of social reinforcement that doesn't involve me having to read that stuff and doesn't involve me having to ban people. But I don't know. Designing the level actually took less time than this. It might have. Yeah. I mean, I've been trying to do this for what, an hour now? Something like that. Yeah, I feel like this is one of those places where people would just get stuck. And that's not necessarily good. As far as I can tell, the only thing that I can do is throw the guy into the corner, which if I do that means that there's a way to solve it at the end without him. Oh, it's definitely doable. I've definitely, could I make adjustments to the level to communicate the solution a bit more? No, probably. Probably I would rather just, I don't exactly know. Like if I just have 4 dragons in here with, like as soon as I add an extra hole somewhere in the level, it becomes very easy. Like the whole thing that makes this level challenging is that if you push stuff to the wall, you can't get it off, right? Except for the top wall, which is where you want guys to go, right? And that's very interesting. Um, it's just, it's like a little too tight or something. Um, but I don't exactly know that. I don't know. Anyway, you pretty much have to kill the goblins. I don't think you can do anything useful with them. So I remember that I designed it so that you kill the goblins with the rock and then you push the rock up there and then you get the dragon off the wall by zapping the rock to the left. Like I remember that. So the question is, am I just being stupid and not seeing something obvious? And the answer is probably, right? Like, I mean, let's just do this again, because this is pretty much the only thing that I know how to do. Get this guy out of there. Right, and then this guy, and then that, and then there, and there, and there. You can't do that without the block because you would need to be in the square. Oops, I pushed him too far. You need to be in the square contiguous to zap them, and okay, there. And that would kill you. Okay, so like, see, now it's off the wall. We push him there. We toggle that back. We've got 3 draggies, right? So that goes 1, 2, 3. That gets me onto the same column as the orange beam, but I can't get the orange beam yet. I need 1 more. This is the place I keep getting stuck. So I need one of these guys. This guy I can't push left without the rock for obvious reasons, because he'll toast me. Guy on the bottom is stuck on the bottom now, and the rock is seemingly stuck on the wall. What if I did it the other way around, though? Like, okay, so what if when I got this guy off the wall, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. So this guy's not in the top line. Give him 1 more space. And then we'll do the blocky block. And then we'll do this maneuver, the Picard maneuver. Then we get that guy off the wall. We push him up. But now, okay, here's the trick. Maybe. If this guy were 1 more south, which I think we can get him to if we rewind, I could use, whoops, I could use him to get the block off the wall. You know what I'm saying? And then the block in this guy. And then I could use the orange beam to get the block off the wall. Oh, God. Are you kidding? This is hard. This is all too hard. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back in time a little bit more. Maybe a lot more, depending. Okay, we're going to leave that guy there. We're going to put him. See, I don't even know where to put him. Okay, this guy can just go over here. He's fine. We can get him back later. This guy can go over here. See, I mean, this is just, okay. So we're going to do this. Whoa, I can't do that. Right. Okay, get out of here. We're not using you. This guy's staying here. That guy's going there. This block is coming this way, okay? Then we do the Picard maneuver. Then we get this dragon off the wall. Now, that guy is ready to go out. We need to get this block off the wall. And to do that, we use this dragon. Whoops! Okay, so before we do that, oh, but see, he's going to toast this other guy no matter what. See what I'm saying? Unless I could get the block off the wall, I can't shield this guy. Okay. Okay, extra spicy. Extra spicy. Can't believe what I'm about to do. Okay. Oh, I can't do that. Dang it. Right. So, no. Okay, hold on. See, I can't shield him with the block because then this guy would have to be... And then once I do the Picard maneuver, then this guy's here, but then I can't shield him because of the other thing. Can the right dragon bring the block off the wall? Yes. But then what was the point of that? Oh, you mean the right facing. I can't zap him left without dying. I think it has to be downward dragon. I think that's the whole... I don't know, man. See, now I can't do anything with this guy or he'll get toasted by the guy on the bottom. I don't know. Sometimes my intelligence is not high enough. That's just what happens. Pretty sure this isn't the answer. All right, well, rip. We're going to try to solve that some other time, and or redesign it to be easier. Toast the dragons with the right facing dragon. That doesn't work. All right. Can we do a little bit more programming before I go out to a fabulous dinner or whatever? Yeah, there's this editor problem we could deal with. Is there a video on the movement transaction system? Yes, it is on YouTube. It is called Puzzle Game Movement Systems or something like that. Let me see if I could find it. I will paste the link into the chat. Boy, we've been going so long. It's getting dark. A little bit. Oh, hey, you missed it. I just tried to re-record magnitudes because that new recording is broken now that I fixed the thing. And I can't remember how to pass the dragon room. So I'm sad. But I also feel like that puzzle shouldn't be that hard. Did I see your message above? No, I didn't. There's just too much chat. Was it like way above? Because I'm scrolling way up. We try to use the free dragons to fry 2 of the caged ones. Yeah, I mean, maybe you can do it that way. I happen to know that that's not the intended solution. I happen to know it's solvable without that. That would be an exploit, but you know, maybe it is possible. Usually you find it's because the solution didn't really contain a clear idea. Yeah, I agree with that. Like there's sort of an idea there. I mean, okay, this whole puzzle, the point of it is that it's really long and like epic, and it takes 20 minutes to play just straight through, even if you knew the right answer. But because of that, you don't really want any one piece of it to be so terribly hard that it blocks you, right? Because that just feels really bad. Um, and it defeats the non-linearity of the game to put a really hard thing in the middle of a linear segment. So part of it is that it's like a sequence of ideas, and part of it is just about being big. But that particular room was about something, which is shifting away the dragons in the previous room. But the reason it's hard is not actually related to the core idea. The reason it's hard is just that it's really hard to figure out how to shift the dragons off in the previous room. Um, so that's just something I have to figure out is like when the part that's hard is not related to the main idea, that's not that good, right? That's that's just arbitrary difficulty. And I think I felt like it was too easy without the arbitrary difficulty, and so I added more dragons or something, but maybe it's fine. Anyway, yeah, I have on my notebook that I want to revise that puzzle. Maybe I'll try it tonight. Um, I don't want to do it right now because my puzzle solving part of my brain is tired now. Um, oh, there's the double beam shenanigans. So we changed the other day what direction you face when you go into a double beam. Let's mock this up. This would be a good thing to fix because it shouldn't be that hard. So we're going to make this guy, or not double beam, endpoint beam, and then we're going to get a mirror. It's just going to be a regular non-magic mirror. Okay. And we're going to have a place for that to end at there. So if I go left, I'm facing left, even though the beam goes up, right? And so I feel like you ought to be like facing, you ought to be facing the direction that the beam ends, right? With a straight beam, these are the same. You could push left to go left, you push right to go right. But here, um, it's different. And in fact, it could be quite different, right? Because we could have another mirror that ends here, right? And then if I'm here and I go left, I'm like facing left on the bottom. And I feel like it ought to go right. So that's something that probably used to be that way and then I broke it. I designed that puzzle, the dragon one. Then move the right facing dragon up with the rock to the top, and then you can push them to the left. Oh, right. If I do that, then I can get the orange beam and use the orange beam to get the last dragon off the wall. Let's try that. I'll go cheat to that point in magnitudes after this, and we'll try it. I do not know how to do anything in DirectX 12, unfortunately. Okay, so let's look for a minute at how this turning works. Right. I think if I just get rid of the corner dragon, because that's a little bit of a red herring. If I get rid of the corner dragon and then just somehow make sure it's not exploitable, then we're good. Okay. Okay. So if we're in an endpoint beam, oh, that's the wizard version. Never mind. So here we just say that it's orig delta, which is not, so this turn delta, I think, is the direction that you turn toward. Oh, that's if you, okay. So it's used down here to turn you, maybe turn toward. Okay. Now the question is how to get, we could simply assign it here. There's this other thing, get move info. And this is getting information about the beam. So we have this end dir that we get at that time. And that's in make default teleport. Which does what? See, this is weird because we're like, okay, we do want him to start turning in the start of the beam direction. It's just we don't want to override the stuff that this did. Because this says turning. So I think what happened is I said maybe turn toward. Yeah, if it's a teleport, we override this stuff. And I don't know why I had to do that. This was new. This was to fix a different bug. Let me just comment this out for a second. I said cut and paste from turn toward as well. Oh no, that doesn't set post teleport. Okay. So the question is, why did I have to do this? And maybe can we solve it a different way? All right. So here I'm going to go, pew. Now he's facing the correct direction. If I go down, pew. Okay. So this is good. This was fine before we broke it. Okay, so the problem is, if we do have a double beam here, for some reason we don't turn. Oh, because we say, okay, make default teleport. We'll say turning is true. Oh, this is in get move info. Okay. Right. Okay, so the problem here is this. This needs to know whether it's volitional. This is just all complicated, but whatever. It's what we have to work with here. Let's delete this old stuff. So let's go back to this and say we're definitely not going to do this. That is not the right place to do that. Instead, we want to do it here. So then the caller, in a few cases or one case, will set that. Okay, so we go to enact move. We say get move info. I'll show you why we're going through all this trouble in a minute. That's a thing that is pulled. That should not turn. Yeah, I kind of understand why I was setting it as a turn, but okay. We're just going to try this. Oh, you guys couldn't see any of the code I typed because the game was just up the whole time. RIP. It's fine. You guys got to just see a nice screen of the game. Yeah, I just needed to remember quitting the game. If I quit the game, then you'll see the window underneath, which is the text. And if I forget to quit the game, that's not good. Okay. So now I'm going to teleport north. Boom, facing north. Boom, east. So that works. And that works. Okay. Now the whole reason we broke this was the following case. It was, let's say I have a dragon there facing a certain direction that's going to go through this double beam. I do not want the dragon to turn when it teleports. All right. I want it to stay facing left. That's all that we're doing here. And it still does, right? And so the way to test that is to go to test it more thoroughly is rotating cavalry space. This used to be broken because, you know, they would, whoops, I got ahead of myself. I should get a speed run strat for this level so I don't have to be so cautious. So anyway, when you teleport them, if they end up facing south, then they torch each other, which isn't good. But in this case, it's fine. Okay, well, I'm going to do another Benny test, and then I'm probably going to get dinner break, and then I'll come back and we'll do some more fun things. Maybe. Are there any questions that people have about all this? Would you like to know anything? How long has the stream been going? 3 hours, one of which was me trying to do dragons. Oh, you know what? Before we Benny test, let's solve magnitudes because I think that's correct about that level. Or just that room of magnitudes. Okay, so we're just going to load, level magnitudes. We're going to just cheat the character to underground. We're not going to save this. We're just going to use the secret Control F11 to run the level without saving it. Then we're just going to switch to this character. See, when you made the video game, you can do all kinds of great things. All right, so I'm just character switching, and it's as if we got down here. So this is great. Oh no, I didn't give myself a zapper though. All right, well. Got to give myself a zapper. All right, got a zapper. Picking it up. Ding, 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 zap, 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 zap. Toasty, as the Mortal Kombat guy says. And then zap, and then zap. And zap, zap. See, so far this is like nice and clean. And then this part, I think maybe if I just get rid of this dragon and reposition things a little bit, it won't be brutally hard anymore. It'll still be kind of hard though. It just, there won't be this ambiguity about, do I need to do something with this guy, right? He's a little bit of a red herring. So maybe don't re-record magnitudes yet. Or actually, you know what? I'll edit it right today, and then we can try re-recording the new one. So anyway, if I do this and then I do this, oh, it's so obvious now. Guys, it's so obvious what to do here. Well, not really, but so you just have to be willing to do this, and then you get this guy, all right? And then you use this guy to do the thing, all that thing that we were doing. It's still pretty hard, but not that hard. Victory. Okay, and this is fine because, you know, we actually don't need to get this left of the wall anymore. We want to get it right of the wall, so we do this. Right? Look, we won the video game. Well, this part of the video game. And then we would go on from here, but we didn't earn it, so we won't go all the rest of the way. So the thing, I'm actually a little bit torn about recording magnitudes because the thing is, let's actually try all the usability things and we'll just see how it is. You could try playing it and let me know and recording it. So first we're going to make this room easier and or less red herring-y. This might be too easy again, but whatever. Because it's hard enough like to figure out really what to do, I guess. So we're going to do that. So that level is now officially much easier. And it doesn't have an extra. You have to use all the dragons, and that's probably better. Try the exploit. I don't know if you can exploit. So the thing is, I think if you have this dragon toast this dragon, right, you can't really get this dragon to toast one unless, unless you use the block, I guess. I guess you could. Like, I guess you could go dragon, dragon, block. But then you're hosed. If you do dragon, dragon without the block, yeah, I don't know. David can let me know if the exploit is possible, and then we'll think about it. You can do various things about making this room more complicated. Like you could start taking away this wall and having this cage wrap around to prevent people from pushing through, but I'd rather not. If two dragons face one another, presumably they both die. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. This lower level too probably is going to get some expansion packs added, if I'm being honest. Like I kind of wouldn't mind if you ended up back here for a little bit somehow, but it needs, yeah, it needs expansion packs. But first, first the levels that are here need to be as good as they can be. Like it'd be nice if there was something here. Maybe not. Maybe an empty room is fine. Okay, so let's go back to the main level. So the other usability concern that I have now is since we made lily pads rotate you, it's like a little bit harder. Maybe I should leave it, but like it's a little bit harder. So like with this puzzle, let's make this brighter because the color scheme is really different. With this puzzle, you kind of have to hit this right after going around the corner. But I guess if you pre-rotate to facing it, then it's fine. And maybe that's just an expert thing to know. And that happens a few times here too. Like here, this one's especially weird, I think, because you start rotating here. You know, like this one's kind of gross. Like for this one, I almost just want to move this here so that we don't have that problem at all. It's a little bit less cool though, right? Like there's just something less good about that. We could put it here. Something about this, like, hey, I have to turn backward to hit it, feels less like it's an obvious thing, you know? And it feels like, oh, the river's sort of bending because it hits this thing, you know? Oh, yeah, I don't exactly know what to do. And this one too, well, this one doesn't really have that problem, actually. It's really just this one. I like it being at that corner. That's my problem. But it's really unfriendly to put it there. I don't know, man. You have a classic block in the game that breaks once you've walked over it once or twice. We do not have that. Can you control the movement of lily pads on the river? Can you move it? You mean as the player? No, you can't steer them at all. Well, there are nutty things you can do. Let's put it that way. Are there any aquatic animals? We'll probably put some in as like art, but there aren't any that are like gameplay. I am genuinely not knowing what to do here because it totally cramps my style to change this at all. Let me just see what happens. We're gonna feel it out again and see how annoying it is. It's hard to get on this when I can't see. All right, so I guess you start turning when you hit it, right? So if I face right, oh, whoops, didn't want to run. So after this turn, if I face right, I mean, I just zap when you get there. You know, it's fine, honestly. Like, can I zap a little bit early? Oh, geez. We want to get rid. We have all these weird cases. No. We have all these weird cases where we could actually add some gameplay ifs to make that easier. Yeah, I mean, we probably need to tune that, but see that whole thing, like, I don't know why we're recording an undo there. You know, you can punch it pretty late. Whoops. It's actually not bad. This is, of course, the nasty nast. Yeah, see, I didn't do it in time there. Oh, come on. We could, yeah, you have to go really early, which is maybe not. Oh, come on, what? Bro. Yeah. I think when the frame rate is really low, it might be harder to do. So this isn't still isn't perfect. It's just a lot more possible than it was. We could add some, you know, in the way that we added a marker here, we could add more markers that say like, shut off the power instantly if you do the thing, like just little tweaks that help you. Because the amount early that I have to go is not that great. But again, part of that is probably the low frame rate, but you don't want to make it too hard because of the low frame rate, right? Like you want people to be able to play reasonably at a low frame rate. Okay, so I'm actually okay with this one, is what we're discovering. So we're going to leave that as the current version of the level. And, you know, we'll probably spice some things up later. And then, did we, fix direction of you end up in when using purple beam. All right, so it's going to be time to take a break. I'll probably be back later tonight. And we'll see how it goes. And later tonight, the things that we might do a little more work on the little hefting to make it a little graphically better, although that's annoying to try to do on a low frame rate laptop, but we could try that. We could look at the animation stuttering that seems to be happening, which is not good. We could do the frickin' texture compression thing that drives me nuts. We could work on shadow maps. That might be too big of a thing for tonight. We could work on this bug that we saw where a block can like fall into some other, that's important. We're going to do that one. We could fix the nudge order. That's easy. And we can fix dragon. You might have noticed when I was playing these levels that dragons, when I push them, they don't like exit their being pushed animation. And that's probably true for also things being pulled, and we need to fix that. So we'll do some or all of these things. Thanks, everybody, and we'll be back later tonight.